We are standing in the middle of what used to be my YouTube studio, which has now been taken over by this little girl, and with 5 kids now taking up all the bedrooms in our house, I had to go through all of my filmmaking gear that wasn't here, consolidate it down to my most used pieces to rebuild a more minimalist workstation that fits in my bedroom with this new Fezibo L-shaped standing desk as the base. Welcome to the channel where I help you learn to make good videos, and part of that process is having an editing workstation where everything is organized and readily available to help keep your editing workflow as efficient as possible. And with the loss of my YouTube studio, I found myself having to completely change my editing setup to fit inside my bedroom, and the folks at Physibo were kind enough to help me out with that problem by sending me this triple motor L-shaped standing desk with triple drawers, which is linked in the description with the discount code that'll get you 5% off your order of any of their wide variety of desks. And what I like most about this desk is the triple drawer option for multiple reasons. First off, it raises the height of the back of the desk so that my widescreen monitor can be at eye level when I'm editing. My previous desk was a single flat piece of wood, and even with my monitor raised to its maximum height, I would be looking down on it a little bit when the desk was set to a comfortable level for my hands working on it, and after a few hours of working like that, it just starts to hurt your neck. And since I don't have a whole room to store all my various pieces of filmmaking gear anymore, a lot of that filmmaking gear is going to end up on my desk now, and all of those drawers give me room for storage of the smaller pieces of filmmaking gear that I use on a daily basis, which on my previous desk would probably just end up getting piled up and making the whole thing look cluttered. But now I have an easy storage place for all of my microphones, another place for all of my support lights, and another for the various tools that go with my tripods and gear, so that I know where everything is, they can be stored easily, all while being out of sight when I'm not using it, so that my desk stays uncluttered. Which is important for me because I tend to work much more productively when I'm in an area that is clean and orderly. Plus, that raised up portion on the back of the desk also makes for a nice display area for my most used pieces of gear, such as my gimbal, camera, slider, and GorillaPod, while also giving a filmmaking aesthetic vibe to my desk, which gets me into the right mood for editing. And of course, having room for my external hard drives is a must, with plenty of space for additional drives in the future. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about any of the gear I have in my setup here, or if you want to see a more detailed video on that, and I can definitely make that happen. But with these standing desks, they have memory settings, which are really nice because I've had lower back pain for years, and being able to go quickly from sitting to standing in order to keep myself moving around in various positions helps me with that issue. It has 3 memory settings, so I can have a pre-programmed seated position, a standing height position for me, as well as a standing height setting for my wife, all ready to go. I typically leave it in the standing position most often because I personally just feel a little lazier when I'm sitting around doing work. Another feature I really like about this desk that my previous desk lacked is an attachment underneath for cord storage. I can run a single power strip up to the storage area and run all of the wires from my gear down to that, so that I don't have a bunch of wires hanging across the wall down to the ground where my power strip used to be with my old desk. Once again, it may not seem like that big a deal, but a neat area does help me to be more productive. The L-shaped desk is really nice with multiple options on links for the longer side. But one thing to be aware of is that there's a reversible and an irreversible version on the website. The reversible version was unfortunately out of stock when I got mine. Otherwise, I would have gotten the longest one they had available and then reversed it so that I could go all the way down this wall here and make the most out of this little new editing studio setup I have in my bedroom. But I have been told by the company that it should be available after the 15th of November. So if you're wanting to get one with the long side of the L going toward the right, be sure that you select the version 2 model on the website that is reversible. And something else to be aware of is that these are not solid pieces of wood. They're particle board with various styling laminate tops, but the desk is very sturdy once put together and can handle a load of over 300 pounds with no problems on the desk motors. And the good thing about the cheaper materials is that you still get the solid frame for a desk that's about half the price of what it would cost you if you went with a desk that had a solid piece of wood. And everything up here, I'm not worried about it getting damaged. It's been working great. However, the main thing I didn't really like was the hangers that are installed on the ends, because there's a tiny screw that holds them in that I could totally see one of my kids grabbing and ripping off the desk. It's designed to just hold headphones, which it does fine, but a longer screw would have made it more secure. And the whole thing took me about an hour and a half to put together, but that also came with interruptions from my 5 kids, with them wanting to help along the way. So it may not take as long for you, especially if you don't get a desk with the extra drawer options, because there was a lot of extra hardware that went into securing all those pieces onto the desk. But this desk has been working great, and I've really enjoyed having my editing space in my bedroom now, and have actually become more productive with not having to walk upstairs to get work done. I know that sounds lame, same, but ease of use and convenience does increase productivity. But if you have any questions about this Fezibo desk or any of the desks they have on the website, let me know down in the comments and I'll try to help you out where I can there. And once again, there's a discount code linked in the description that will get you 5% off of your order of any desk at the website. And there are a lot of good deals coming up for Black Friday, so be sure to check that out. And I have a lot of other playlists on the channel that'll help give you creative ideas in the filmmaking realm to help make your videos even better. So be sure to check that out. Facebook group also linked in the description where I can help you out on your filmmaking journey. If this was helpful though, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.